You're asleep in a tent. A thin sheet of nylon is the only thing between you and a forest full of animals that could end you without effort. Lions, bears, wolves, leopards, creatures that hear your heartbeat across a clearing, smell you from a mile off, and see perfectly in the dark while you lie there with your eyes shut. A sleeping human is just meat. Slow, quiet meat that can't fight back. So predators should be circling campsites every night like a buffet. They almost never are. And the reason isn't one thing. It's several layers stacked on top of each other, ending in a strange ancient truce between us and the wild. Start with the part that sounds like an ego trip, but is just biology. You are terrifying. Not you personally, humans as a species. We have no claws, no speed, no night vision. On paper, we're a disaster of an animal. Yet in 2019, researchers at UC Santa Cruz played recordings of ordinary human voices near mountain lions. Just people talking. The Pumas fled. As fast as they fled from barking dogs, sometimes faster. Animals that drop full-grown deer heard a podcast and bolted. They even abandoned fresh kills they were still eating. For a predator, walking away from food is working for free. They did it anyway, because being near us wasn't worth it. That pattern repeats everywhere. Lions move less where humans are active. Tigers skirt villages sitting in prime habitat. Jaguars reroute around us. These animals aren't physically incapable of attacking. They've decided at the species level not to. And that decision was carved into them by us. Humans have been hunting for around 2 million years, and we are devastatingly good at it. We wiped out mammoths, giant sloths, cave bears. Megafauna that survived ice ages vanished within thousands of years of our arrival. We hunted wolves and cougars to near extinction across entire continents. We trapped and poisoned predators so relentlessly that the ones alive today descend from the most cautious survivors. The bold lions that approached camps got killed. The wary ones lived and bred. Over thousands of generations, caution became instinct. So when a leopard catches your scent at night, an old alarm fires deep in its nervous system. Not a thought, a wired-in signal. Be careful around that thing. Move on. It's inherited memory. Then there's your smell, and it's all wrong. To a nose that's hundreds or thousands of times sharper than ours, you broadcast a bizarre chemical signal. Nylon, polyester, soap, sunscreen, bug spray, processed food. A cocktail with no match in nature. Underneath it, you smell like a primate, which is something, but not the deer or wildebeest a predator's hunting instinct is tuned to. That instinct isn't a vague urge to kill. It's calibrated to specific prey, specific movement, specific scent. You don't fit the template. You're an anomaly. And anomalies trigger caution, not appetite. Add fire. Fear of fire is near universal and innate. Animals raised in labs who've never seen a flame avoid the smell of smoke. We've slept beside fire for over 1 million years, and a campfire does more than warm you. It broadcasts into the dark. Something that controls fire is here. Avoid it. We figured that out before farming, before writing. Fire first. Smart move. Now, the biggest myth, the one movies ruined. Predators are not reckless. A lion has no health insurance. A wolf gets no sick days. One bad injury, a broken leg, a deep bite, means slow starvation. So every engagement is a cold survival calculation. Is this worth the risk? A sleeping human fails it 3 ways. First, unfamiliarity. A predator trusts prey it knows. It has no idea how a human reacts. We might scream, grab a tool, have others nearby, thrash unpredictably. That uncertainty is a red flag. Second, size and shape. Upright posture reads as a threat display. It's what bears and gorillas do to intimidate. Even asleep, the human silhouette doesn't say easy meal. Third, why bother? There's usually an easier impala or rabbit nearby. The math just doesn't work. Here's something rarely mentioned. Your sleep isn't as deep as you think. You cycle between deep sleep and lighter stages. And in those lighter stages, your brain keeps processing the environment. Unfamiliar sounds break through faster than familiar ones. Scientists call it the sentinel function. Even resting, you keep a partial watch. A snapping twig, something large moving through brush, a shift in the air. These can yank you awake fast. The humans who slept too deeply didn't wake up at all. The light sleepers survived. So while you feel helpless, you're running a real early warning system. And you're rarely alone. We camp in groups, and groups respond together. Predators hunt for separation, the straggler, the isolated one. A camp full of sleeping humans is a group that wakes each other up the moment one stirs. A clean kill turning into chaotic group defense is exactly what predators evolved to avoid. Be honest though, this isn't a force field. Attacks happen, and they follow a pattern. Something broke the normal rules. An injured predator that can't catch its usual prey. A starving one whose habitat is gone. One that's lost its fear after being fed by tourists. The Savo lions that killed dozens of railway workers in 1898 were unusual. One had severe dental damage. The Champawat tiger, blamed for over 400 deaths, had been shot in the mouth, its canines shattered, unable to hunt natural prey. The rule breaks only when the predator is desperate, or the signals get scrambled, by left-out food, by approaching wildlife, by skipping the fire. So next time you're in that tent and feel a pulse of ancient anxiety in the dark, good. That feeling kept your ancestors alive. But the thing outside isn't coming in. It knows better.